Hello, and welcome back to the Holistic Frugivore, where I help guide you to heal yourself from within. So, last week we talked a little bit about where did we leave off? Sorry, I'm checking in here with my stuff. I wanted to come into this episode talking about energy healing and like the energy of our bodies. Last week, I kind of went into shifting humanity and sovereignty and holding our power, because that brings us into this episode with the dynamics of our physical being and the power of energy and light. So I feel that our planet and humanity is shifting into a new way of being, a new state of consciousness, a higher frequency state of being. And with this shift comes a new way of healing. And it's one and the same that those who are shifting consciousness are also healing through these energy and frequency and sound modalities. If you can hear my kids screaming behind me, I'm sorry. We just got home from being gone all day, so they're playing loudly and it's super hot, so we're in the house. So anyways, no more than just a couple of years ago did I think that I didn't understand even what energy really was. Like it was kind of one of those concepts that I heard of, and it just kind of was woo-woo-y to me. Everything in the realm of kind of psychics and stuff, that was all very just unfamiliar. And then you hit this point in your awakening process where things just click. It clicks because you've opened yourself into a greater state of awareness, of wisdom. You really are just absorbing messages from the divine. And that really is the process of awakening. And understanding that a lot of the thoughts that come into your head aren't your own and really truly are just messages for you to either take in and use, or if it doesn't resonate, just let it move on. Because everybody's at a different stage in their process. Humans, this human design, this human experience in itself is all just an experience. So it's not the fact that there's really not a point to it. It's that the purpose for each of us is very individual. In the grand scheme, it is this journey of having experiences and learning, releasing traumas, working through all of the challenges of a human life to come back into this state of love frequency, of unconditional, loving energy. So we come back into that energy. What is it? I mean, what is energy? Think about everything in this planet, just everything as a sentient being, as how it all functions. And when you take away the physical density of objects and beings, and you bring it down into the most basic state, it's all just energy, literally like waves of energetic frequencies, vibrational frequency. We're just vibrational light beings. It's probably the best way to put it. That's where it clicked for me, is understanding when things vibrate at a certain frequency, it creates sound, for example. A radio wave, as it vibrates at a certain frequency, that's our radio stations. Think about how you shift your radio into a certain station. That's a certain frequency that you're tuning into. Think of your body as the same way. Our physical density is tuning the frequency of your body to a certain frequency, to a certain state that manifests it into a physical form. That is the role of our chakra system. From top to bottom, from crown down to root, is literally like a toroidal field. Think about the top part of an hourglass, swirling down from a very large, I don't even know how to explain it, a large, let's say a faster vibration, and slowing down into the slowest vibration. That is the colors that you see in a rainbow, from violet down to red. It has to do with the frequency in which those colors essentially vibrate at. So think violet is the lightest color, right? It's the most kind of luminescent, I guess. You can kind of, it's always the palest color. That is our crown chakra. It's the lightest in vibration. That's what connects us the strongest to our consciousness, our higher consciousness, which isn't physicality. It isn't physical density. And that is our source consciousness. That is where you're fully opening your energy centers to that higher conscious energy. When they're blocked, you're not open to receiving. And so that's why our lowest chakra, the root, is called our grounding chakra, because that is the strongest in physical density, color, and chakra as far as vibrational state is. I don't know if I explained that the best. It's hard to put it into words. Like in my mind, I get it. And I've said this before on other podcasts. In your mind, things can just click. They make sense. They just make sense to you for no real reason. That's what pure wisdom is. That's what pure knowledge is. There's not much explanation. It's hard to explain. It either just makes sense to you or it doesn't. So then when you try to translate it into, again, this human understanding of words, it's really hard to translate. Because when you get up to those higher states of consciousness and you communicate with beings in that higher state, it's telepathic. You're not speaking words to each other. It's just, you get their thought and you get it. You got it, and you pass it to, that's just how it works. It's just, you get it. It's like immediate understanding, immediate knowledge that comes in and you absorb it. So coming through all of this explanation of kind of what energy is. So we are pure energy in the most basic sense. Below, we see our body as a shape and a figure of density. But when you take that part away, it's all just energy. And even further than that, I said that we are light beings. So light energy. That is why I feel that sunlight and certain ways of light healing modalities are so potent, because we are beings of light. And the sun, for one, is one that I feel is extremely one of the most powerful ways of healing our bodies and connecting with consciousness. I feel like I always connect much stronger when I am in the sun, or if I spend a whole day outside. I just feel like I receive more messages. I get more wisdom and knowledge, and things just kind of come in. That's when I tend to have more videos on YouTube, is if I've spent my day outside hiking or something like that. And I just have all this information coming into me, and I make a couple videos in a day. And then I'll go a week without sharing anything because it's just kind of in that break. Okay. I know that's how it was this last week. Actually, I think I made a couple videos in like a single day or two, and then I haven't had anything. I've been resting. I've been very, focusing on other parts of my life that I need to figure out, trying to move out, divorce, all that stuff. And then, energy, being light beings. Where did I want to take that? I'm trying to remember. Oh, the modalities of energy healing. So we have the sun and light, but I also feel like acupuncture, Reiki, yoga, those are all modalities of moving energy. That's kind of the concept behind all of it. It all has to do with moving energy to get blockages out and able to move, freeing up those energy flows. That's the concept behind all of those things. Qigong, all of that is energy movement. Okay. It gets the energies flowing. And that comes from Eastern medicine. I feel like they have a lot of wisdom in a lot of Chinese medicine. And so that's where a lot of those are rooted. And that's where I've felt so strongly about a lot of that modalities. But to take a step beyond even just those are more like a physical energy movements, where we can even go further into sound and frequency. So I recently came into this place of oh gosh, now I can't even think of what they're called. Tuning fork. I just got one here. I'm going to hit it here and see if you guys hear it. I don't know if you're going to hear it. So you hit it with this little mallet. If you bring it up to your ear, it becomes very loud, of course. But the concept is you use the tuning fork to create that sound vibration, and you put it near areas of your body that you are dealing with issues. And that sound, that frequency, we hear sound. That's what we're hearing, right? But it's not the sound itself that is doing the healing. It's the vibrational energy that creates the sound. Does that make sense? Same with music. It's all a vibrational frequency which creates the sound. Singing. I'm a vocalist. I do a lot of singing. Singing it's a expression of vibrational frequency of your vocal cords. That's where the sound is created. So we hear sound, but it's not just the sound. It's that vibration that is what's creating the healing. And you can get different levels of tuning forks, certain different hertz. So mine is 528. You can get up into the thousands and beyond it, and that shifts the tone, I guess it would be the tone of sound. And the higher the tone, the more into kind of the angelics and higher frequency healing you're going to receive. So obviously the lower you get, the lower into physical density you're in. I hope all that's kind of making sense to you. See, we're in a lower vibrational frequency in a physical 3D world. We are in a lower state that creates us in physical density. And as our vibration shifts, we're going to shift out of that. And that's what comes after death as well. We can get into that discussion too. Once your physical body dies, your soul moves into a different density. The soul is eternal. It goes back into the physical density of its light source. And then it can have different experiences in different places as well, which we don't necessarily remember. We may have had many different lifetimes in different places, different types of bodies. Could be an animal life. We could be a tree life, in different planets and different dimensions. And our understanding of the universe and life is so minimal. And we're in such a box. We're in such a limited belief system, a limited box of kind of suppressed conditioning of the society we are being raised in. So I feel like pretty much everything we come to understand or come to have learned through school systems and through parenting and everything has been just a very conditioned box of beliefs with not a whole lot of validity necessarily to it. It's just a belief system, which isn't necessarily good or bad. It's just that's what creates our experience on Earth. And then after this experience, we kind of analyze what we've dealt with and what we do, and then move forward from here. So anything that moves energy to realign the energetic flow through the chakras and meridians, that is what will create our healing. And once we understand that the full, unlimited potential for healing is within our own body. And not only within our own body, within our own connection to source energy, source consciousness, God form, whatever you want to call it. It's that divine source of everything. We all come from that divine source of energy. It's everything. So we all have the potential of accessing that wisdom and knowledge and healing. We simply need to acknowledge it and ask for it. So we're used to like these energy techniques of like Reiki and acupuncture and even massage and stuff like that, of someone giving you healing, which is good, but it also gives this idea that only certain people are able to access these gifts. No, all of us are. And in some of my chakra classes, I've taught how we can start to access that energy. So I want you to, I didn't plan this, but it came up, so I'm just going to do it. I want you to do a little practice right now to harness your own energy and for you to begin to feel it. So close your eyes and just allow yourself to focus on your breath. Nice deep breaths in and out your nose. And with your eyes closed, just shift your eyes up toward your forehead. It's kind of bringing us into that third eye center. And there might be a little bit of like an ache there. It's just our tapping into that center of energy, helping us get rid of any blockages that are there so we can open that third eye. So I want you now to take your hands and just begin to rub them together. Just kind of rubbing it in circles. And keep rubbing a little faster. And now take your hands about shoulder width apart, right in front of your face. And just hold them palms facing toward each other. And feel the warmth within your palms. That is your energy. That's your energy flow. And now just picture a white beam of light that you're sending within the palm of your hands. A beautiful white light that you're sending back and forth. And now begin to press your hands toward each other with that light anchored between your palms. Feel that warmth, feel that energy. And then pull your hands apart again. Do that a couple times. Visualizing that light energy, feeling the warmth of your hands, and the energy that you're harnessing with your physical body right now. And know that that energy harnessing is unlimited. It's unlimited. You have full access to that potential if only you tap into it. Ask for it. Ask for your healing. Ask for light baths are another one. So let's try that too. Might as well just do it while we're here. So your eyes are closed. Bring your hands back down to your lap. Nice deep breaths in and out your nose. And just imagine like a nice cord coming out from the root chakra right at the sits bones, down into the ground, anchoring your body here through those chakras of the spine, through that root chakra. Feel that anchor your body down. And now shifting all the way up to the crown. Visualize a white light coming from the ethers above, down through your chakra of the crown, down your spine through all of your chakras, and filling up your body with light. Visualize that light coming in. Feel the energy of that light filling up your body. Keep breathing in and out your nose. And notice any lights or colors or anything you see behind your eyelids here, gazing up into that third eye. Notice the sensations that you feel. Keep breathing. Good. Now just sit here and feel your body. Observe it. Notice how it feels after harnessing that energy we just did. And one more thing I've been learning, if there is any particular ailment that you're dealing with right now, any little thing that has been bothering you, focus on that area. For me, it's been teeth. I've been trying to regenerate for quite a while. I've been going through detoxification, and we're really working on regenerating my teeth. So that is what I've focused on lately. And now rub your hands together again, creating that warmth, and place your hands just around that area. You don't have to touch it, just place the hands over it. And now in your head or out loud, sorry, I was covering my mouth. In your head or out loud, ask Source to provide healing energy for that ailment. very directly, such as I ask for the energy healing of my teeth. I ask for the divine healing potential, the divine healing energy for my back or my shoulders or whatever it may be that that's bothering you. And you can ask it in any way you want, just as long as you get it across that you are asking divine source, God, whatever you want to call it, for the healing of that condition, of that ailment, of that discomfort. Good. Now come back into our breath. We're going to finish up here. A few deep breaths in and out the nose. And I thank you for joining me today again. This always becomes so much different than I imagine it before I come into a podcast, but I'm very glad that I just let things flow organically. It's been turning into things that I don't expect. So I thank you for joining me today. And I'm not sure what I'm going to talk about next week, actually. Yeah, I think I might get a little bit more into our mental illness, addiction, and shadow work through traumas. That's what we're going to talk about next week. So thank you for joining me today. Practice these energy techniques every day if you want. Do some practices before bed or right away in the morning. And just start meditating a little bit more, even if it's just 10 minutes, to bring yourself into awareness to start your day. So thank you very much. Love and gratitude.